Hi guys. This music is just too good sometimes, especially the battle music and all that. Those chocobos are Akashic. Ain't too bad.
Let's go. Yeah. Straight home now.
The people of Armor might not have been the friendliest sorts, but they didn't deserve this. Not that the Ether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays that seems to be all over. Mind how you go, Sid. There's a Akashic about.
That sucks.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Damn it. The whole village is tamed. I can walk from here. Time to fight. Faster! All right.
God dang it.
I'll need to deal with these ones first. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
No, I could have went straight there. Oh well.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clyde! I just wanted to see how the... since all is absolutely wonderful and firmly at the helm. Just as the good...
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil. Because of how he stopped...
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child. But if the... Speaking of men, it may be a rather worrying one just at... May there indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have... And they might have elected to take a similar... They have formed what one could call... And they grow more organ.
We'll fight them, we won't really...
Of course, the longer we... How about...
Okay, I'll do
I
it.
refuse. Victor. Oh.
What's the difference
I hate
between
having
the Lord and
ADT.
Yeah?
The League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dallas.
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned.
I did. I've developed something of a font, having worked a sentiment.
You're not the only.
What is...
He asked for my... And he said that...
And you've...
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band
This is
together.
no time to ride.
They'll be no match for us.
Time to fight. That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
Time.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
It's over!
Okay.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid.
No, but...
No. Something.
What is it?
The whole town's in up saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. And his escape route took him right. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to... when Lubor felled him with a bolt of match without a crystal.
That's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man still.
Fuck.
I don't know where...
You're right.
God dang it.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. You made... Look.
Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
I knew all along that he was
Forgive me for disturb...
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't...
that-
The rumors that he...
He'll never...
But what, in this at least... So, and...
The townsfolk have made their...
Nora, you...
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I assume the situation is hopeless? There's still hope. But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubo?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Why the hell would Victor take None of the stalls were plundered this time, thanks be to God.
Let's go. All right.
Faster!
Two down. One to go.
Lord Rosfield, is there...
Perhaps. My brother said that your order... Have you learned anything of...
Little and less, I regret.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of...
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretok. I was due to visit my if you would consent.
All right.
They will be most gratified. Might I suggest it will lead you straight to the village after but a short...
Thank you.
I wish you a...
I needed that.
Oh shit, they're dead.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors.
that thing is. They say it's their leader. Nice try. Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you?
I know they would. They gave their lives for now. To what do we...
Cyril told me of your work.
I see. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Think no more of us, my lord. Only deliver our findings to the bearer.
Are you buying or selling? Anything else? Fine choice.
Ah.
Yeah.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses which could have been avoided. Were these your orders?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations. And your opinion of our methods, however, we live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order...
Cyril, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix. Please.
I thank you. If you will permit me to respond. Our faith in his grace, and we of the Undying, as first...
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
I know his concerns, but people have their own way of doing things, whether we like it or not. Buckland.
That is good news.
Yes. But I still have...
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how... Find out exactly...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
What's happened? The guards at the gate are all right, are you?
Don't blame yourself, El. I know, no buts about.
Is something wrong?
Bonnie came to give me a message. The talks with the Republican army have fallen. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak, though prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter but the consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. And at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. You go to Cashlock, even if someone needs...
Oh. Well, it looks like I'm for meeting the Silver Peak. Should never join you. You go to...
All right. To Randalar, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting. What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
When are they gonna let us through?
learn to fight. Thanks, Gal. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with...
I did. It's about that we had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very... It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How...
Alas, you are too late. We rarely take on such unconventional... The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunk. That's what you get when you deal with continent.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite... They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings.
That does sound... no matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest...
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save...
As am I. He was right. Yes, the Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to...
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some...
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Cashless Jack. Oh my god. Cool.
Come on. No need to ride from here. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area is flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me. Ambrosia won't help me here. Fly, Ambrosia. Time to fight. Where are you, Theo? These creatures have already turned. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks,
Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! So will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone.
Damn.
Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation.
I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own. To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Let's go, leveled up. Cool. Cool. Alright, that takes care of that.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Those things I said before.
So many were ancient.
Oh, my wards and...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne. And
the High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title. The Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military, a foundation upon which to build anew. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
What does Captain Philippe? When the town was under attack, it was him.
How? By speaking out against a man who stated the captain could know. But given them...
Who could blame?
Clive, would you, for your services to... And
I'll see what I can tell you. Or... I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see... tell me, is it...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will render your service, yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the nobles, but no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles, which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twins. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe North... with Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to thee, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the... Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
The people will do as their lead. If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she will require one whose authority... That is why this levy...
The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine.
Jesus Christ, another fetch quest. Old man, you're embarrassing me.
All right there?
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought.
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
I've been hearing a lot of talk.
Nothing good, are we? Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it he'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
with you, lady.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
I heard the dame got an icon to rid the man out.
Excuse me, do you have a... I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state they're well. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making... And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sandbreak is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefit.
Sabine, what embarrassing.
As long as you remain, the veil will suit your needs.
You're the one who was talking... On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but... It seems my words fell... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with if the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? Certainly. Thank you for that. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of... Do you intend to go along with this?
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier.
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing. At least, I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Were you able to...
I was.
doubt it will come as much. They deserve to be heard, Clive.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of this. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining. But I suspect until then...
Until then.
Damn. Under new management. Under new management of Bold. Alright, time to finally go.
I swore to protect this town and the people I love. I don't need a uniform to do that.
Not here. That's all of them. A wine can I...
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah, sir. Good, thanks.
I'll fit him to the smell. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal.
That is the spirit. It will... So, what do you reckon?
Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways, maybe even out there. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first to...
They'll hardly believe they're...
Coat. 85444 with 2 D's. Nice.
How may I help you today, Clive? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How do you split?
see.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Oh, the stews.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? That it? Fine.
Alright, time to see what Joshua. Time to see Joshua.
Come back.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
The crystalline dominion. Oh yeah, the prince. Prince Dion.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Nice.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
A journey
through Orcish.
The Valkyrie.
I still say we're a compliment.
Necropolis.
Sid, you didn't happen to see anything out of the ordinary on your way here, did you? We've had reports of bearer transports being attacked along the roads, and they're not freeing the poor souls. They're reselling them on the black market. If we can catch them in the act, perhaps we can kill two birds with one stone.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Wow, I see you.
Thanks, girl.
Gorgamera.
We're not gonna outrun this one. Stay close, Tormod.
God dang it. How the hell am I?
It's over. Should have picked on someone your own size.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pep.
Still alive, are ya? Going purse weighing you down? It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
The stew's
So, what'll it be?
Okay. Dark Steel and Prince Battle Horn.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say. Ah, Clive. Please tell me you've come to take our young...
I'm not here for Mid. I need...
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens?
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's spot, and we're going to need a safe place to...
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splint.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invade? Very little is known of Ash. And the information we do have is spotty, and we have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Thar, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Clive, how may I help you today? Study it well, Clive.
There's a crystal there.
Very good.
God damn it.
Please, Your Grace. My Lord Marquis. Your companions are gone. I must, but I see. It was the great... But now, so I bid you.
Yote.
My lord. Yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those of...
But
His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased, so I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possible... And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally... And our supplies, unless we can secure more soon. My lord.
For Joshua. So...
A rare... It grows... We discover the search...
Alright, just tell me where it's at and
So
I'll go
it's only
find
that
it.
you can't reach it.
Well...
Then I shall go in your... You've yet to... Besides...
I...
Let's go. Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right, that should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Yote.
Yes, my lord. I'm sure it will serve us.
I'm very glad to.
You and his grace are very much... You think only of how you might...
No more than you.
Okay. Sorry. I just had to pass through that shit. Side quest, man. Fucking side quests. bastards is asleep right there. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna call it right there. See you guys in the next one.